Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shift. I hope y'all doing good. I am doing amazing. I wanted to make this video because I just feel like when are we going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room? At what point are we going to go ahead and just go ahead and put it out there? Now, I'm going to be using abbreviations in this video because I do want to keep it monetized. So try to catch on to the words I'm substituting. So as of recently, like literally within the past few days, there have been two different football players that have literally collapsed out of nowhere due to cardiac arrest. Outside of them, I have never in my life seen so many sudden deaths as of recently. I have never in my life seen so many people who are seemingly perfectly healthy all of a sudden going into cardiac arrest, getting seizures, and ending up in a hospital or passing away. I have never seen it be this prevalent. So I remember when, the COVID, I remember when that first hit. And I sat back and I kind of, y'all know me, I'm like a conspiracy theorist, free thinker. And I sat back and I was like, okay, so it has a pretty high chance of survival. It seems like as long as you are, within good health prior, it seems like when you get it, it's kind of just a flu with some bop in it. And I asked myself, like, is this dangerous enough for me to stop going to work, stop doing what I need to do? No, it's not. And I remember when the pandemic first hit, I continued to live my life. I did not stop anything. Only time I wore a mask is if I was on an airplane or an airport where we had to wear it, or if there was a store that said you have to wear it. I'm like, I'm not doing this. We've been living as a society for millions of years, interacting with each other, being in one another's face. Okay, I'm not about to sit here and alter my entire way of life over something that has like a 90% survival rate. And that a vast majority of the people that we saw pass from it were already overweight. Okay, so if you're already overweight, your body is already depleted. It's already at its wit's end. It's already being overworked because there is fat surrounding all of your vital organs, making your body work overtime. I can see why the littlest like icing on the cake can make everything kind of crumble. Now, why is my cat over there? So I told myself, as far as me and my household, we're going to keep going like we've been going. We're going to trust our immune systems. We're going to keep living the way we've been living. At that time, I was still barbering, and people were like, oh my God, you're so selfish. I can't believe you're doing this. You're not considerate of other people. Yeah, blase, squatta. And I'm like, listen, okay, until Donald Trump comes out of the White House himself and knocks on my door and tells me that my bills are suspended, guess who's going to keep going to work and keep making their living? Me. We as a people have got to stop letting those folks tell us something and we just run with it. I remember when, the injection first came out, I was like, okay, there's a few issues here. Number one, those injections take decades to really perfect. Tons of people will have to perish before they get this right. Since this is a new injection, if and when side effects do occur, you're not going to know how to fix it. Okay. And I knew that I had to think for myself and look after my family's health and not expect those people to. And you know how else I look after my health? By juicing. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I've been juicing for a few months now and I absolutely love it. We're at the beginning of the year. This is the perfect time to get right. You was out there on Christmas, New Year's Eve, and everything else, eating all those low vibrational plates, including me. And it's time to detox. We're going to save you a few dollars on getting your detox. If you get a detox system worth $100 or more, you can use my code SIXGOD10. And I believe my code, let me see how much money I'm going to save y'all. Let me see how many dollars I'm going to keep in your pocket. So my code SIXGOD10 will give you $10 off cleanses worth $100 or more. My code SIXGOD25 will give you $25 off cleanses valued at $225 and more. And as always, you can use my code SIXGOD for $5 off any order. The pain and suffering it takes to juice, trust me, it's worth it to just buy it, okay? You get these juices in your system, nutrients, antioxidants, help you get all that bad stuff out, give you a clean slate, go into the new year and get your fitness and wellness new habits set and ready in stone. Okay, so get you some alpha juice. I'll have their website linked in the description so you can get yours as well. This flavor is Virgo, and it's one of my favorite flavors. So now, as of recently, I want to show you guys this. So many people were like, oh, well, if I don't get the injection, I can't keep my job. If I don't get the injection, I can't go to the gym. And I'm like, see, this is how I know that people are very sheep-like and slow. If you have a job and they're saying you have to get this injection and you take it, you're slow, okay? Because what if everyone just said no? It will be our choice if we take it or not. Or no, we're not taking it. This is a trial injection, okay? It makes me lose faith in humanity in a way. When it's like, hey, we invented this virus, then we invented this injection to prevent it. And sign this paper before we give it to you, which says we cannot be held liable because this is new and we're probably going to mess this up. And if you don't, you all going to lose your jobs. And people signed up for it. My brain, I think that what happened also is a lot of people got it and then they were like, oh, I feel fine. Not knowing, my dear, it can take years for these side effects to start happening from these injections. Just because you felt good a week after it does not mean you're okay. It can be a very long time before something shows up. Guess what? Those injections cannot be removed. Once they're there, they're there. And it really speaks to the capitalist and consumerist society that we live in, where all people saw is, I have to take this to get my money. I have to take this to go here and get this. That's all humans care about. Humans do not care about themselves. All they care about is money and stuff, which is why I'm just going to move to a farm and get away from everybody. So now I want to show you guys this. Let me show you all this. So 38-year-old former football player, totally healthy guy, collapses and perishes the other day out of nowhere. What is this? Go away. Uche Nwaneri, former NFL player, C19 injection advocate, passes suddenly at 38. Died of acute heart failure on Friday, December 30th. The Atlanta, Georgia-based businessman was said to be at his wife's home in Indianapolis when he suddenly collapsed. Finding him unresponsive in a bedroom, dialed 911. Responders confirmed him passed at the scene, DOA. An autopsy conducted on deceased showed no sign of foul play. Okay. Let me show you all this. This is in the past couple days that all this has went down. Okay. So now let's look at this young man. Another young man, totally healthy, playing football. Hold on, let me see. Make sure I can get this. Playing football in the middle of the game, completely collapses. Let's take a look. So what was very interesting to me is when C19 first came about, every time somebody passed away, they would come forward and say that they passed away from the C19. And in my mind, I was like, how do you know? Okay. You have not performed a pathology report. You have not had not one pathologist come in and be like, okay, let's examine the body and figure out. The minute that someone perished, it was, oh, it's from C19. In this fear-mongering brigade to make people feel like, oh, if I don't get it, I am going to pass. When the irony in that is by getting it, it increases the chance that you're probably going to pass. So now what's very interesting to see is now that we have this plethora of seemingly healthy young people suddenly going into cardiac arrest, suddenly passing out of nowhere, all of a sudden it's, well, we cannot say that it was related to the C19 injection because we haven't done enough research and because we haven't done an autopsy. Oh, well, that's funny that now all of a sudden you guys are so concerned with having research and an autopsy behind things because y'all told us how many millions and hundreds of thousands of people transitioned from the C19 and you never got a single autopsy done. Now all of a sudden that people are dropping like flies. Y'all are like, this is inconclusive. We can't really say. And now you have the doctors, like the ones that are, dissecting the situation with Hamlin. Now they're like, now they're all panicking. They have borderline scrubbed Hamlin's injection status from the internet completely. Now they are saying that they want to hide his injection status because now they see that the anti-vacationers, that was another thing, is that the people who were like, no, I'm not going to get the injection, were suddenly like villainized and crucified and given this title of an anti-vaxxer, like an anti-vacationer. And it was like, what is this? Is this creating some kind of weird cult? Like, what is this between the vacationers and the non-vacationers? Like, this got really weird really fast. So now that the anti-vacationers are catching on to what's going on, now y'all want to sit there and try to scrub from the internet every time somebody like is out of there like that. Now y'all want to suddenly scrub that information. And now you're sending in these doctors on CNN and stuff, and they're all trying to explain themselves. And they're like, no, it wasn't from the injection. What it was is a very rare case of he got hit in the chest in 0.5 milliseconds between the T radius of his heartbeat. And it's like, come on. I know y'all are panicking right now. Okay. I still to this day don't know what their plan was behind this C19 thing. Like, what was the real purpose of this? What were y'all looking to get from this? I'm still working on the exact reason of why, because there could be so many, but we know it is for a reason. So when the injection first came out, they were going door to door about it. They were emailing you, approaching you in Walmart, every Walgreens, CVS, every corner you went on, there was somebody there waiting to give people these injections, talking about it's going to help your symptoms from C19. It was literally a few times a day you would get talked to about it or approached about it. Have you all noticed that suddenly they've gone quiet? So you push people, pretty much forced people. If you tell someone you either take this injection or you lose your well-being, that's forcing someone to do it. So you force people to do it. Now that people are dropping like flies, y'all are like, well, we don't know. Well, we can't be sure. All right. So what I want us to learn from this is, please, like, literally start thinking for yourself. Please have common sense. Please stop letting these people tell you anything and you let your consumerist brain put you in this survival mode of, I have to do what Zaddy says or else I won't get to consume. This got to stop. You know, it's hard for me to sit and be like, I told y'all shouldn't do that when my father got it. My brother got it. It's people in my own family that got it. And I'm like one of the only ones that didn't get it. And now these people are dropping like flies. And now they are literally trying to just fade to black. Stop talking about it. Y'all not pushing those injections no more. First, y'all was pushing it every day. Now y'all are silent. So I hope that we can learn from this. Think for yourself. Okay. Majority rules. Stop being at these jobs and having these people tell y'all everybody got to do it or you're going to lose your job. Well, then fire us all then. Go ahead. Call their bluff. I don't know when the people are going to understand you have the real power. You can't be at a hospital and have them tell you, oh, well, you need to go ahead and get it or you're going to lose your job. Okay, well, let's just have the whole staff walk out this whole hospital. Be for real. They get y'all to do whatever they want you to do with these weak threats that if you easily called their bluff, you would see they full of it. Okay, I want us to do better. I hate seeing, these young brothers go down like this. And the worst part about it is there's nothing anyone can do about it. They don't have enough research on this yet to figure out the side effects and how to save you. Okay, they are being controlled by Big Pharma where they can't even come forward and warn people the way they need to. And you signed your rights away when you got that. So your family can't even sue and receive compensation. And I saw so many people saying, well, I'm getting it because I saw doctors getting it. If you think for a second that the injections that doctors get is the same thing that you get off of Main Street at Walgreens in your local neighborhood, you're delusional. Okay? Let's really learn from this. Let's do better. I honestly hate seeing this for our people. If you have gotten it, I really need you to be on your P's and Q's and really monitor your health. I hate this for everybody. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. To me, it just feels like an elephant in the room. Let's just go ahead and say it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.